What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. I am, of course, your GM, your DM for the night, Mr. Jumbo Thick. I'm joined by the full cast and crew, almost. Damn it.
Someone got sniped.
No.
Hopefully, Valerie's back in a moment. However, let's go ahead and do a round of our individuals. We'll start counterclockwise as Rogar has to deal with something. So let's go with Doobie 209. Go and introduce
What's going on,
yourself.
everybody? I play Tristan Burrell, the high elf time wizard, who is on a magical mystery tour to figure out what happened to his father while he deciphers the riddled and coded journal that he uses to discover his time spells.
Indeed. The next on our list, Mr. Dan Decker.
What? It's me?
It's you.
Oh, nice. So hello, everyone, and thanks for watching. I'm playing Moog Broadjaw, and he is a bugbear fighter, the Arab Baug, and he carries a really great crossbow. Shoots really large bolts. He's about 8 feet tall, covered in fur, and now he's recently got a shield with a big eye on it, and maybe some other features. Who knows? It's fine.
Who knows?
Who knows? It's fine. It's always fine when I pick up random things and get inhabited by demons. It works out great. It's fine.
Some people are just prone to it. What can I say?
Yeah, accidents happen.
Next for our cast, Andrea.
Hi, I'm playing Zunalin, who is a diminutive Meldrow bard, and I have been looking for a great story, and it looks like I found it in this party, and I am just hanging out for now.
Just hanging out. Indeed. We have the lovely Rogar. We'll be back eventually. And hopefully Valerie as well. We'll see. We might be having some technical difficulties, but the show must go on. The show must go on. We only have so much time. So, yes, let's start with a brief recap then. Last we left off, the crew has found themselves within Conwich still. You did, in fact, face off against a aberrant horror from beyond the stars, possibly. The spawn of Mad Udful and his daughter by what Zoom grasped as some foul ritual and what will forever be known as the Conwich horror that had escaped a barn that you had, let's just say, disturbed, and had set about destroying vast swatches of the town before you could finally end its brief suffering in this world. In doing so, much of Conwich was not only destroyed but damaged heavily, ending in the culmination with the time wizard Trist actually ended up slaying the beast with a gout of flame. But it was just a little too late, as before the beast completely fell to the ground, Rogar riding it down like some wild beast, a broadside was delivered thanks to a certain ship out in the bay of cannon fire upon the creature, damaging some of Conwich as well, honestly, and blowing away Trist, I believe Velry, and Rogar, just annihilated in the blast. Everyone was recovered and patched up. Time had passed. Many of you had, recovered from your previous injuries. Lots of exhaustion and many other things of that sort. And we have our character back. Awesome. Hopefully it stays this way. But yes. So where was I? Just got sidetracked. Yes, destruction of Conwich. We had a certain bard piss in someone's mouth. That was a great one. I'm not gonna lie. It was, the dirty oxen is no more. Gone.
They brought it on themselves.
It is a mound of rubble. The 5 of you have been spending most of your time at Bors's farm after your recuperation, going about your various tasks of how you leveled up and reclaimed some things, learned a couple new spells, maybe a few secrets from certain people. And as time passed, you received a few rumors about mainly the fact that Conwich apparently appears to be just as cut off as it was before the advent of the Conwich horror. Not many people, if any, have come from Rorkham, the other major trading city with Conwich, as well as Zinmouth. No one has been from Zinmouth in quite some time, as far as you know. And what little news has trickled from Port Dorona, you have found out that it was apparently besieged by pirates previously that you had witnessed, but the siege was broken at great cost. And towards the tail end of this month that you guys have been spending off, a certain ship, the Sea Hag, one that's been anchored in the bay for quite some time, one that interesting characters, bounty hunters, have been kind of spilling forth from, has decided, the captain of this vessel has decided that given the state of this town, its location, its isolation perhaps, that he's just going to make it his. And so he's taken over Conwich. A man that all of you know is crestfallen. You do know it is a man. You've heard about him. None of you have seen him in person. There's various other things about this this current setting that I'm willing to divulge if you guys would like to request it. But as of right now, all of you have been, especially Rogar, since you are keeping company with him, you will ask it. We will see shortly if you know that answer. But as Rogar's being hunted adamantly by this man, who apparently wants his head on a platter, willing to pay a lot of gold to do so. Your loyalty of many of the Conwich citizens, as well as Bors's endorsement, is all that has kept you safe thus far, not being sold out to this individual. But all of you awaken on this bright day. Well, actually, is it a bright day? It might not be. Let's have somebody roll me a d20. Mo, as usual. 17. Let's see here, Mo. All right. It is essentially you guys are in the summer fallish kind of area right now. And 17, that puts you at... Okay. All right. Noted. It is actually a cloudless day. It is clear skies, warm, not too hot, and the stage is yours.
Wait, so what about this guy who thinks he's running things?
Who thinks he's running things?
Yeah. This Johnny come lately thinks he's going to take over Conwich.
All right.
I don't know that job.
I'll say that there's been quite a bit of. So let's put it like this.
Okay.
Bors is, while not in official capacity, he is the de facto sheriff of Conwich in a way. He has a small cadre of former soldiers that act as kind of like deputies. Not many. Most people have to fend for themselves out here. They just kind of keep the general peace and mostly patrol the outside of Conwich for dangerous threats like monsters, things like that might come in and do some serious damage. But in town, mostly they rely on Morag Bittersnout, who, if Bors is the sheriff, Morag would be the mayor, the governor of Conwich. the Bittersnout Trading Company. I believe you guys have met him once before. The bugbear that owns the shipping company and the 3 ships that are the life's blood of Conwich. All of which have been seized as they were not outfitted to put up a fight against such a vessel that came under the guise of peace and turned on them. Morag has not been seen since. His crews have been kept on. However, they are under careful watch of key members from the Sea Hag, the encroaching vessel, utilizing Morag as a hostage of sorts to keep them in line. Several other things have happened within the town, and we'll see how much you guys discover, but that's kind of a general one. Morag is missing, and no one knows what's going on. This has kept Boars from doing much about it. And as far as you know, you've heard whispers and people talking about Crestfallen coming from some noble line.
Whispers from the stars?
One might say.
From the stars above?
You're about to get some stars above if you keep it up, Moog.
Is he like, do we know if he's like, is he trying to like, is he taxing the local farmers?
At first, he was just rebuilding his ship, and that's what he was kind of doing this whole time. However, now it appears that he has begun rebuilding Conwich in his own way. The walls were repaired, and as well as the walls, there were actually a few towers put up. Very simple, rudimentary. They're not completely done yet. It's only been a month's time. As well as you're not exactly sure. None of you have been inside town since, because it would be dangerous for you to do so. So this will be your first attempt if you're going to be doing anything like that. But you do know that he has forced everyone in town to pay tribute to his very generous protection that he is delivering upon the town. And yeah, I'll give you that for now. There might be more. But yes, he is demanding, and especially from the outlying farms, like Bors's farm and many of the other people in this community, which the majority of people live outside of town, he is demanding food.
Is he actively searching for Rogar? And
there have been
everyone,
essentially collectors that come by, and they come and they get their tribute. They have a big cart. They run around and they collect the tribute from each farm every so often.
Okay.
They have been looking for Rogar the entire time.
Okay. Do we have any estimate on like how many there are, or is it just unknown?
I'll say that especially Trist is exceptionally observant when it comes to these things. You will know, Trist, that this is a full ship, it's a decently sized ship. Now this isn't like a man of war. This isn't like 1,000 people or some shit like that. Rough estimate, you might be looking around maybe 50 or 60 individuals. And that depends on if he's been forcing the members of the other ships, the other sailors into service as well. There could be that could triple their numbers, depending on if they are if they have been persuaded under his watchful guise. Anything else you would like to ask about in the meantime?
Yeah, when they come... Oh, go ahead,
Yep.
Rogar.
You go ahead.
I muted myself, sorry.
Sorry.
Whenever the next group comes by and they're trying to collect tribute
Mhm.
and we're hiding, if they're within 30 feet of me, can I try to cast Detect Thoughts on them to try to see if I can glean any more information from them?
Okay. I'll say that the process of Boars attempting to shield you, because he knows that if they find you guys here, that he will be in deep shit. that you know what? I'll give you this one now. I'll give you this one for free. Another reason why Boars is being more subservient would be because the where is it? Yes. Another one of the warg riders. Do you remember there were 3 main warg riders? You never got their names. They weren't as important. But Arlak, one of the other warg riders, after this Crestfallen had decided that he was going to begin taxing the farms outside the walls, decided he was going to round up some of his neighbors and he was going to put up a fight. And he went in there riding in quickly, and the cannons from the Sea Hag were unleashed upon all of his holdings and himself, and they were no more. Their disgusting, destroyed bodies were left to rot in the sun and have been a warning to all that would oppose this individual. Literally has a gun to the town. But if you want to attempt to listen in, you can give me a stealth check, Zoom.
I'd rather not put him at risk like that. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So part of the process of him shielding you is he's actually been meeting them, like kind of out at the beginning of his land, away from the actual house and the barn itself, so that as not to draw too much attention to the 5 of you. Well, 6 of you, actually, if you count Jade. Jade has been very, very anxious as of late.
In the past month, could I have talked to Lady Inna?
On the stone?
On the stone with the stone.
Okay.
Just to kind of update her. We could role play it out, or if I would update her.
On what exactly, Rogar? Go ahead. Let's go
Rogar.
ahead. Well, let's do this, Rogar. Let's do this.
Okay. Or we take out the stone, kind of look at it. Lady Inna.
Start talking into it. Like
Rogar, Solovan.
A few moments pass. Rogar, did something happen? More creatures.
Something twisted, perverse. I don't know perverse. I don't know that word, but something large. A boy who was not quite hobgoblin, not quite goat, some kind of mix between, was spawned by a pale woman here in Cornwich. Their clan was called Gatebreaker. Their grandfather, one named Udval, apparently was doing something dark and sinister. This child had magical powers. He had a brother of sorts that was hidden in a barn. Giant, invisible creature. Took our entire party, and we barely survived, but we did slay it, I believe, with the help of some ship called the Hag. Had some kind of explosive magic that it used on this creature. It was like nothing I've ever seen. Tentacles everywhere. Hideous amalgamation of flesh. I thought you should know.
Yes, that's very concerning. You did say Clan Gatebreaker. I personally cleansed them over 100 years ago.
I am sorry to say that you were not successful, as there was one named Udval.
Yes. You said there was a pale one. Woman.
Apparently, they call her beautiful. I did not see it, but the town was almost driven mad with her appearance. Unfortunately, over the past month, my party and I have the tendency to let our thoughts wander, and we forget what we should be doing. So we forgot to keep an eye on her. And she ran away, and through the night,
Does she have red eyes?
Almost a peakish hue.
Stay away from her, Rolgar. I'll
I
handle
told her she would not make a good mate. She was too small.
Well, if you see this creature again, you should slay it.
She did not seem to be a harm to anyone.
Well, she's more dangerous than you realize.
What do you should know about this giant creature?
Good, Rolgar. Good. Did you need anything else? Do you need aid in some way?
I do not think so. I think this is a matter that we can have solved here. There's someone called the Crestfallen. You are not aware of someone named Crestfallen.
No, all I know is that is a name some that are stripped of their titles are taken.
Owns a ship called the Sea Hag.
This means nothing to me.
We will handle it.
Good. If you need me, I am to the west. I will be busy for some time.
Let me know if you found Zadkar. I would like
Yes.
to see him at the end.
That's what I. Be safe, Rogar. May your secrets be kept.
Then Rogar puts it in his.
Yep. As a death warrant has been issued to Nyarla, we will get away from that. Okay.
Rogar's not that smart.
That's fine. He's not. That's fine. It's fair. So, the day is bright. All of you are awake after having your various breakfasts.
What about second breakfast?
If you want to have second breakfast, you can have had second breakfast. Depends on how late in the day you want to start this.
Well, what's the plan? I have no business in this town anymore. So are we staying and fighting this out, or are we cutting and running?
I think some of our business does involve this town. I believe you have to find some individuals that go through Carnage, through what is that town called? Zin.
Apparently, might as well go to Zinmith now. I just feel like this is a dead end if one of them's missing and the other ones have been captured into his service.
Perhaps we should speak to Boars and see if he has an opinion on the matter. He's done much for us. It feels wrong to leave him if his town is under siege.
Well, there's nothing much left in this town right now.
Well, if the Crestfallen is after you, could we lure him away from the town? By making it very obvious that, nah, here we are, run? Or would their gun just get us before we even got anywhere? Probably.
I mean, if it's possible he values me so much, I do not know if his true goal is Conwich or myself.
Well, why don't we just hand him over to you and then kill him then?
Hand me over to him.
I mean, I can disguise myself. That would get you a face-to-face meeting with him. Then just cut him down.
A similar ploy with my friends Zadkar. Often turn into a guard or some sort of soldier.
I usually prefer to go with the old man route, but I can do a god too.
I would not be opposed.
Well,
Either luring him away or sneaking in.
we could probably jump some of those collectors and you could assume the identity of one and we could just go about that way if they're already looking for him.
Yeah, I assume the rest of you are going to need some type of disguise, or we don't have to disguise at all. They don't know what we look like. They just want Rogar.
Probably.
We'll just pretend to be bounty hunters.
Rogar will call Boars in at this time and see if he can
wants to share an opinion.
I go. So you know where Boris is, Rogar.
Mhm.
He's standing out at the edge of his property
Mhm.
by a tree. You gonna go out there and find him?
Yeah. I'll bring my jug of sake.
You kind of walk out there, and he's just sitting there next to the tree. You walk out there. There's a little tombstone next to him. He's just staring at it.
Roger hands him the jug. Yeah. Drink this.
Thank you, Rogar. Well, what's your plan today? You plan on leaving yet?
So that's what you wish. We
Oh.
wish to ask your opinion on your state of your town.
You ask me now, or you want me to come inside?
Come.
All right. Takes a big pull, long pull. Sake dribbles down side of his face. He's like, give me a second. He pours some on the little grave.
He was a fine companion.
Yes, he was my oldest friend. I was walking back with you.
Mm-hmm.
Guys get to the actual farmhouse. Comes walking in. He isn't even bothered to wear his armor in a week or so. He's just kind of in his plain clothes, farm working clothes. So, what's this you guys want to talk about?
Want to know if it would be, or what your opinion is on our actions that we take. This crestfallen sea hag has taken over your town.
Yes.
Searching for me.
Yes, they have been. We'd never sell you out, Rogar, if that's what you're afraid of.
No. Skull suggests perhaps
Insight check.
Oh,
Go ahead and make an insight check.
shit. I don't like it.
At some point, someone's going to sell us out.
Oh no, I'm
It's an 11.
devastated.
11.
We start torching houses.
Boars is he's not as strong-willed as he was a month ago. You can see that he's the toll of everything that's happened recently has taken a great burden on him, and as far as you can tell, he doesn't appear to be trying to hide anything from you.
I believe him.
Believe.
Damn it.
May I also run insight or?
I mean, sure, you can.
All right. Let's see what happens. Probably gonna have. Oh, that's not too bad.
Not bad. 16. Similarly, Zoom, while you have not, you are more capable when it comes to looking into a person's soul, one would say, and you could tell that this is a almost broken man, like he's on the verge of breaking and just giving up on everything.
Desperate man.
Very desperate. About the only thing keeping him going, as far as you can tell, is probably his wife, his kids, and he is hanging by a thread. But other than that, he seems to not be harboring any ill will necessarily. And you've seen over this past month that he deeply respects what the five of you have done to the town. I've done for the town.
I'm sorry, what we've done to the town that kind of got me, but okay.
There's that too.
Yes.
Well, Rogar, if I mean, what would you be willing to do? I can't ask you to put your neck out for us. You've done enough as it is, but if you'd wish to leave, we harbor you no ill will, obviously, but if you want to help, we could use help.
Oh.
There are a couple of plans we have. I could be used as bait to lure the crestfallen and its men outside of the town, and to perhaps leave you alone.
Okay, all right.
Or perhaps someone, perhaps a sorcerer, or you, perhaps, would take me in as treasure found.
All right.
Giving me to this crestfallen, getting me close to where my allies and I might strike at him.
All of you are coming. All of you are accepting of this. You'd be willing to put your necks out for us. We don't have much to give you in return.
Yeah, we expect that. You also gave us a sad story, like you expect us to be the heroes here, so.
It just kind of, his eyes just kind of shift down. Well, I understand. If you'd care to leave, Trist, you're more than welcome to.
Can't leave my new friends.
Well, if you're going to stay, I honestly, I have some information. I've been doing my best to try to get some inside information. I do have a contact within the walls that could deliver us some possible avenues. If you'd wish to just go inside this capturing method, it does seem risky to me, but if you are resigned to this, we could attempt that. If you'd like to learn more, we could wait. There doesn't appear to be any reason to escalate this plan, unless there's a timetable I do not know of.
Perhaps there is a gathering place for some of these men, perhaps.
There
could
is.
Strike.
There is a big gathering place.
Is it outside the town, perhaps?
No, it is not. They do appear to be somewhat interested in the ruins. Merudvol's ruins. Seeing them poking around there, sending people up there every once in a while. But for the most part, I'm sure you've heard them, Rogar, at night. They like to entertain themselves in town. They've made some kind of fighting pit in the ruins of the Dirty Ox Inn. Some kind of ring. They force some of the more disgruntled individuals to fight to the death for their entertainment. I know that, you just need to talk to our contact if you really want more information.
Who is this contact?
He's a reliable source. I could arrange the meeting.
Do you know where your bitter snout is?
I've been trying to find Morag. Honestly, I was supposed to meet my contact tonight, but Arag's widow has asked me to help with the farm. I might be busy. If you'd like to go in my place, my stead, that would be helpful. You could learn what you need to learn.
Does it seem like a good place to start, my friends?
It's always better to learn more information before we just go charging in head first.
Are we in agreement?
Pale One, what about you?
Yes, I think we should do what we need to quickly get out of this town, as I am ready. I feel like we have spent too long here as it is, and I feel like we need to get a move on soon.
Very well. Boag, you?
He's been silent.
You're on silent.
He is silenced. He's stunned.
What'd you say, Rogar?
Do you think we should go in the place of boars?
So that might be a good course of action. Yes.
Scold, your opinion?
I'm just here for the ride. This is fun.
Fine, Scold. And, we will go in your place, boys. Please, look
Thank
after
you.
Jade.
Yes, she's been rather, quiet recently. And all of you have noticed she hasn't come out of her room this morning. But, you just meet by the old wall, where the horror broke in, the recent rebuilt section. Go there at night, and there should be someone waiting.
Very well.
All right. I'll leave you be. I have quite a bit of work to do today. Have a good morning, and may luck be with you. As he turns around and leaves. Yes, Trist?
Vern gave me a sending stone.
You did.
Does it work one way or is it both ways?
You would know it works both ways.
Okay.
Do you want to do something with it?
I'm going to contact him at some point during this day.
Okay. All right. Well, what are you guys doing? With the time, I'm assuming you're waiting for your meeting place. But if you would like to do anything else now would be the time.
I'd like to hang out with Jade a little bit and try to make her feel better, see what's going on with her.
You go knock on Jade's door.
Maybe bring her some tea.
Okay. And you slide it open. She's kind of bundled up on the floor on her mat. Since there are no beds in this house. She kind of turns over, her very smooth, almost clay-like skin, the actual gems, part of her own flesh, glistening in the early light. Zune, my apologies, as she tries to cover up.
I'm not gonna be a creep. I'll let her do what she needs to do.
She's very attractive. She did used to work at a house of pleasure. Soon, just so you know.
I'm also very attractive. We would have wonderful looking children, but
Indeed
that's
you
not
would.
what I'm here for.
As she tidies up. It's morning already. I've not been sleeping well.
Do tell.
I have nightmares, and she kind of reaches towards the back of her neck. It's not important. See, do you need something? Do I will make some tea. You already have. Thank you. You're so sweet.
It's not as good as probably what you're used to making,
That's
but
okay.
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
Takes a sip.
And I don't want to look at her reaction because I'm probably not very good at this.
Well, let's see here. I mean, if you want to, you can make an insight check.
An insight check to hurt my own feelings.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Right. I can't
11.
really tell.
She just, as she takes it, she drinks it. There's not a quiver to her face. Stone still.
Okay.
She just takes
That's
it and
right.
smiles. She's either a very good liar, or you might be slipping. We're not sure, Zoom.
Probably a bit of both. She's probably just a very good liar. So, all right. I just wanted to see how you were doing. I noticed you seemed a little off lately. You mentioned nightmares.
Yes.
What about?
It's, well, I'm sure you may have heard that I was, well, I was part of a, let's just say an organization. I was forced into service at a performance hall in Port Verona, and sometimes I visions, memories of things that happened. It was an unpleasant place. She kind of rubs her neck some more.
Is she rubbing anything in particular? Like, I mean, like, I don't know, it just all seems very odd behavior for her.
Give me a perception test, Zoom.
And I imagine since we've been hanging out with her for a month straight. Let's see. I'm sorry, would you say perception?
Yes, perception.
Oh no, she looks fine. I think she's fine.
Okay, no.
Not
You're
one.
you're not exactly sure what maybe she just slept funny.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But out of character, she was acting fine until this whole crestfallen thing started happening, correct?
Yes, up until this actually started kicking off. Something changed in her demeanor.
Detect thoughts.
I'm gonna cast it.
Yeah.
Do you want to be invasive, or do you want to just skim surface thoughts?
Skim surface. I'm not trying to do
Okay.
anything crazy.
There's no
rude.
check needed whenever you do that. You just get general surface thoughts. You can tell that she's worried, uneasy, scared, one might say.
Okay.
Was she smiling the whole time, looking at you?
I'm just going to play some calming music for her. Maybe pull out my sitar instead of the bagpipes. And just, yes, I have a sitar.
Yes.
And just play something nice and relaxing for her. But I think I can put two and two together and assume there might be some relationship between her and Crestfallen. So
funny that you begin to do that, because
she's better at it than me and I'm gonna cry.
No, she was in fact a very beautiful dancer in her time. As some of the party might remember. She'll stand up, and by somebody I mean Rogar, because everyone else is dead. She stands up and begins to kind of sway a little bit, almost like reliving some old times. And I'll give you this. I'll give you another perception test, Zoom.
Pull it up. Please don't fail me now, perception test. 17.
You'll notice that she stands up, her kind of like kimono loosens a little bit around her back as she's spinning. And you see that there's irritation around the back of her neck, specifically towards her ear, where you've noticed a tattoo that she's had before that you haven't seen anywhere else, at least on anybody in your very few travels on this surface world. It appears to be a 9-pointed star, and it appears to be like almost as if somebody was scratching it, like it's reddened around the tattoo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a question for later for Tristan, Rogar, anyone but me who's actually been up here for any amount of time. I'll make note of that.
Finishes her dance and I feel better. Thank you.
Her. And I will make my leave after I've determined that she looks like she's doing a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to book it to Tristan because he seems to know all these weird things that I don't know.
Yeah. All of you have heard the music playing this whole time.
Already upstairs.
This is a one-story house, man. Oh. There ain't no stairs in this place. But yes, Zoom kind of closes the The door behind him is Jade settles down. You find Trist. I'm assuming Trist is probably in the living room or maybe on the porch.
On the porch, porching
Pipe
it up.
And mouth. Yeah.
Stoop kid.
You find Trist. Probably Velry.
Yeah.
She likes to hang out with Trist. Never knows
Our
whenever
thing.
he'll start bleeding and she can get a good feed in.
Fucking bloody nose.
He's like looking up real fast. Oh.
Gross.
Sorry.
Mhm.
So hey Tristan Velry. I have a weird question. Well, I have nothing but weird questions since I've come up here. That are totally normal seeming to you. All the goings-ons that are very strange to me. So I never noticed this before, but do you know what a 9-pointed star tattoo might mean?
Usually it's some type of marking, a brand.
But do you know whose?
Well, depend who's it on.
Jade?
Villar, you did say she was from a what was it? A hag. Was it a hag or some type of demon in that place she lived in? Tristan wasn't there.
No, Tristan
Yeah.
was not there.
Oh yeah. Billy will recall the brothel, I guess, that was run by the hag,
Yes.
and also didn't what was his name? That one guy that had
Was it Breverak?
No, the guy, the character you formally played. You had the symbol on you too, right? Or he had the symbol on him when he was talking.
Oh,
Dayu?
you talking about
Dayu.
Dayu?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Dayu did have this exact symbol on him.
So-
You'll remember that first off, the brothel was actually a very nice tea house.
It was.
A very
As
nice
all places
tea
are.
house. You know, it's very
Burned down.
very upstanding, and
It's all
It-
Car's fault.
it was known as the Red Lotus, and it was run by a branch of the Mar known as the oh, why am I losing this right now?
I got you, bro. The Soul Brand.
Soul Brand. There we go. Clan Soul Brand. And that is the mark of the branded.
She had that on her the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe we. Yes, I saw it back at
Mhm.
the Red Lotus before. Yeah, we talked about it then.
And what was this you said, Belry, about a hag? Like the sea hag, like the ship?
It was. I'm not sure if I recall what type of hag she is, but she.
I'm not sure if Velry would know
Yeah.
what type of hag it was, but you did see some kind of thing that was referred to as a hag. Yes. Had
Yeah,
purple skin.
The madam that ran the place. That's where this puzzle box came from, I believe.
Yes.
Moog just kind of,
What was the?
yes,
Mhm.
nods his head.
Well, that was the only line of questioning and stuff that I had. So I think Zune has nothing else really going on today.
Okay.
Well,
Does anybody else want to do anything before tonight?
Fern, this is Tristan. Over.
Ever the asshole, I see. Have you completed your task yet?
Yeah, about that. Things have gone sideways in Conwich.
Oh, they've gone sideways all over this godforsaken continent. Well, you best hurry up, boy. You don't have much time left.
Yeah, well, I was trying to ask you a favor. I heard you had some issues down there too with some pirates.
We'll call
I
them
need a
pirates.
phone in a favor.
What do you need, Trist? I've done enough for you. I brought you back. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's quick. I need to go to the Crooked Plank, check in on the owner and his bartenders. They're a bunch of female hobgoblins.
And why should I do this?
Because I asked politely. Please, Vern.
What have you done for me, Trist? You haven't completed a simple task. You give
Well,
me
as I said,
nothing.
Things have gone sideways. This whole town's destroyed.
Oh,
This
I know
crestfallen
things have
trying
gone
to take over.
sideways. Not only have you not found what I've needed, you allowed several of my agents to die a bloody death.
I can't be responsible for everyone that dies under your protection.
Well, I've lost a foothold. You're going to give me another.
Well, you can have this place. All I ask is for you to check in on the plank, report back to me.
I don't report to you, boy. You report to me.
Well, I take that as a no then.
I'll take that as next time you call me, it better be with good news.
Well,
The clock is ticking,
I
Trist.
stash it in my pocket.
Stash it in your pocket. You feel a tingling sensation, Trist, about the back of your neck.
What?
Just for a moment. And it stops, fades.
Damn,
It feels like it's
mosquitoes.
burning. You kind of.
Since Valerie's standing right next to him, she's gonna look at the back of his neck and see if there's anything.
Look at the
on
back of his neck.
there.
Give me-
That's where.
Yeah, give me a perception
Okay.
test, Valerie.
Not again.
12. At 12, you don't see anything.
Okay.
You see him kind of move his hand right here, rubs his neck for a moment. He twitches after speaking with this Vern, and that's that. You don't see anything. No tattoo, if that's what you're worried about.
Mm.
Well,
At least not where you can see.
well, I tried to get word on Dorona, but that was a dead end.
The rest of you, anything? Moog, what have you been doing this whole time?
Moog would he would be gathering some supplies because he is low on bolts and that sort of thing. So shopping around, making sure.
Exactly
Chopping
where
down-
would you be gathering supplies?
Chopping
Moog?
down trees.
Yeah.
Because
I
I know
guess
where you
yeah.
can gather supplies, if you so choose.
Well, you know, I guess he would ask around.
Seeing as how you don't want to risk going into town, there is another place outside of town. A blacksmith,
Uh-huh.
fine woman.
Moog has not been there before.
Oh, you have been there.
No, is this
No.
this my girlfriend?
Yes,
Moog
it is.
has. The
Graham
player has
Riel.
not been there.
Granel-Ruiz is a beautiful elderly.
Well, I wouldn't have to
goblin
pay
woman
for him, probably.
that is pretty much the blacksmith of Conwich. She lives way outside of town. So far so that Moog, you're kind of, thinking, trying to gear up for what's coming ahead. Do you go alone, Moog?
Yeah, I'll go alone. We'll see where this goes. But what I would like to say is that Moog has been contemplating shaking down this guy who thinks he's running Conwich now. He doesn't like, as a noble, he does not like this people being enforced.
Exactly.
So
You know,
I don't think that's worthy.
that's fair.
So, but
Well,
yeah,
that's-
let's go. I gotta, I need to arm up if we're going into a fight. I've been lobbing out a lot of baby's arms lately.
Mhm.
So,
As you're contemplating that, you begin moving towards towards where Gramriel's smithing area to be, her house. Are you doing this stealthily? Are you just walking? What are you
No,
doing,
I'm gonna stick to the side of the road. You know,
And give me a
trees
stealth
and
check,
stuff.
Moog.
You betcha. Here we go. Stealth check. Oh, that's terrible.
That's
That's
it's average. It's
That's
average.
terrible.
It's bad for you, but
Bad for me.
it's average for most people. Mo, you're kind of stroking your chin. You're slightly nervous about meeting this woman. The last time you were here, was it a thing of your nightmares, or perhaps there's a reason you're coming back?
Well,
Perhaps
you know,
there's
I was a
something
little.
deep inside of you that yearns for another glimpse at this woman.
Well, you know, I was in somewhat of a disassociated experience at that point.
That's true.
You
It's
know,
true.
it was as though I weren't myself in the moment.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
As you are taking back, give me a perception test, Moog. $17.
Yeah.
So your original was a 4, but your second with the eye was a 16 plus 1. So Moog, as you're walking, you're kind of lost in thought, looking at the ground, when suddenly your eye is drawn, and by eye I mean the third one that opens up on your shield, drawn ahead down the path. You see 3 figures walking down the path in your direction. You quickly take stock. You see them. They're wearing armor. They appear to be armed individuals. They're walking back towards Conwich because you are currently in the aspect of someone leaving it. They appear to have a large cart with them.
So is there anywhere where I can come off the side of the road like a highwayman?
Well,
And,
with your 10 for stealth,
Yeah, can I re-stealth now that I know they're coming?
you see the individuals.
Yeah.
I will allow you a stealth check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, you beautiful human.
Build your first
being.
one.
Come on, awesomeness.
A 10. It's the same.
What is
Nice.
this?
As you quickly, you're like, and you see there is a bit of a dip on the side of the road. Perhaps maybe you could lay down in it. Well, you kind of lay down. Your 8-foot tall bugbear form lay down in this ditch. You kind of get real low.
The best I can hope for is that they don't smell beef and cheese.
Yeah. You see that the cart is being drawn by 2 ox that have been pressed into service to haul this thing around. And the 3 men appear to be hobgoblins. One of them is kind of steering the reins on the ox kind of up a little bit above the other 2. The other 2 appear to have just simple weapons. They look like spears. One of them has a shield and a spear. The guy riding the actual cart itself appears to have a little bit better fashioned armor, and you recognize the symbols on their chest as symbols of Clan White Shroud from Port Dorona.
Oh.
However, they're faded. They're almost as if these have not been well maintained for quite some time. As they are moving up, they get within probably, I'm going to say about 60 feet of you, Moog.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy on the cart, whoa. It appears we got a friend up ahead. Why don't you come out, friend?
Now, GM
Yes.
Vic, remind me what Moog's inclination towards White Shroud would be as a
You
clan
were
Raja.
you were friendly with
Friendly,
them.
okay.
Oh yeah.
But I do have questions about their disheveledness their uniforms. But okay, anyway. Hello there.
What were you doing there, friend?
Well, I'm on the way to the blacksmith's here.
Why don't you?
Right.
How about you stay over there? How about you drop those weapons on the ground for me?
Yeah, well, that's probably not going to happen.
I think
anyway,
that's going to happen now.
So I'm Clan Broadjaw.
I don't give two shits. And you see the two guys on the ground draw bows off their back, and they're just stretching them towards you. Mo.
Yeah, well, I am going to go ahead then and probably load up my crossbow.
You draw the crossbow?
Yeah, I'm gonna backpack my shield.
You bring it up. Kill him!
Yeah,
Give me initiative, bro.
I think you weren't gonna let this not happen. Just give me a second to be Mr. Honesty.
It's not happening.
You're bad, man.
I'm not a bad man.
Is the rest of the party like no way can hear
you?
Nowhere
Guys are,
near.
There's no. You are nowhere near this man. Nowhere near. All right. You're not gonna like this, Mo. I rolled
I'm
way
gonna
better
love
than
every
you.
minute of it.
So 2 arrows are immediately loose in your direction. They're about 60 feet from you. They 2 arrows. Hey, 5 is not going to hit you, but a 22 will.
No.
Yes, it will. Don't lie to me. It's only going to be 5 points of piercing damage mode. As an arrow, the first one you kind of smack it aside with your shield. Well, if you draw your crossbow, you don't have your shield on you.
Yeah.
It's on your back, but you kind of dodge aside, maybe smack it aside with your crossbow. The second arrow, however, do piercing into your shoulder. You grit your teeth. It's not very deep, but it does get you. The guy on top of the cart himself jumps down, and as he hits the ground, he draws a rather large katana, like oversized, kind of off the side of his back. Draws it. You're gonna pay with your blood, boy. And he starts running towards you. He gets about 30 feet, 10 feet short. And that's all he can do. It's your turn, Bo.
You
Two
brought
guys
this
with
on
the-
yourself.
The 2 guys with the arrows are still back towards the cart. They're splitting off and looking for places of cover to rain death upon you.
And so what I'm going to do is I am going to draw on one of those guys who's farther out.
All right.
And I'm going to use precision attack in conjunction with sharpshooter.
Okay.
And let's see how this goes. Okay, so here's my roll.
Attack roll.
Okay, so that's -5, so that's 10. Plus, where's my
you better
D8?
add your D8 right now.
17.
That hits. You lucky bastard.
All right.
And roll damage for that.
Oh, nice. 13 points of damage.
20, plus the 10, so 23 points
Oh yeah,
of
23
damage.
points of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, you put a bolt straight through this guy's chest as he's moving to cover. It's like he doesn't even see it coming. Looks up for a minute. Dead in the ditch immediately.
And I'm gonna do that again to his friend.
To the other one, the other archer. Okay.
Oh, this is gonna go much better.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and expend the superiority dice. I don't have to though.
That's up to you. You don't have to.
I don't have to. Okay, but we're still gonna do the sharpshooter. So 9 plus 10, 19 points of damage.
Yes. You also kill this man within a fraction of a moment. Mo draws the crossbow up, and then very quickly, laboriously, you reach down, load in a bolt within a fraction of a second, and then unloose again. 2 bolts flinging past this man that's charging you's head. He doesn't even know what's going on. He thinks maybe you missed him as his comrades die behind him.
Moog don't miss.
No. Would you like to do anything else, Mo? You still have your movement and you have bonus action?
Yeah, I'm going to step back 30 feet and
Okay.
make him continue to close the distance as I move back. If I can, I want to holster my crossbow and grab my shield and hammer.
Okay. I'll say that
as I'm backing up,
Yeah, I'll say that because you started combat holding it. Yeah, I'll allow you to draw it. No problem. Okay. You begin to quickly back up as this man.
I figure by the time he gets close enough to me, I should be able to have my.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna stand my ground from here.
Yeah. He will have to dash to get to you as you're backing up, and he's going to use his action to dash.
Right.
He's going to get within melee distance with you.
Oh, easily, yes.
As he finally closes. So it's your turn because that's all you can do.
That's right. It is. And so with that, I'm going to let me go ahead and put my. I need to put my shield back on. So.
Yeah, your AC goes up to 18.
That's right. And so here we go. Swinging with the hammer 1. No, not too bad. 13 to hit. No.
That is going to be a glancing blow.
Glancing blow. So that would be single-handed. So that's only the D8. So that's 11 points of damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
Do I need to take another swing?
You do need to take another swing. You've hurt him badly already.
Okay. So here comes the other swing. We'll just get this over with. Oh, it's probably not good for him. 13 hits,
that
right?
hits, unfortunately.
It's bad.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
So
23 points of damage total.
23 points halved because they're both glancing blows.
Oh,
so it's still significant though.
Right on. Okay. Fair.
Still, and he's slightly dodging. You kind of clip both shoulders. He grits his teeth and takes a stance. He looks wounded. He's breathing heavily. He's going to try to kill you now, Mo.
Of course he is. He's going to fail miserably.
That's natural 20.
Ouch, though. With this monster katana.
With his big katana.
Fuck you, Naruto.
Draw a card for you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Mo.
Oh, that's terrible. You're just rude.
I'm sorry.
Wisdom save. Okay,
Yes,
here we
please.
go. Come on, Big Daddy Dice.
You save. You
Mhm.
feel. Oh, Jesus.
What have you done?
Okay, no, you're good. You're good. Okay. Yeah, you got lucky on that one, Mo. You got lucky on that one.
Good.
You feel as the blade bites into you for 14 points of slashing damage as he carves it across above the shield, slashes you across the chest. You cry out and you feel just a twinge of fear almost encroach into your mind, but you hold strong, Moog. He's going to attack again.
This is katana. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's
12 is not going to hit, so you prepare yourself and knock aside the second blow. It's your turn, Mo.
Oh, it is my turn. Yeah, we're gonna swing this hammer
Go ahead.
again. Oh, I'm so sorry for your
That
loss.
definitely hits.
Oh yeah.
The full 11 points. A vicious blow.
Yeah.
Kind of bring it down.
Oh, Negan style. Oh yeah, he's Negan.
Yeah, you kind of
100%.
crack him across the kind of. It doesn't quite hit the top of the head, kind of the side a little bit. And he kind of falls to a knee for a minute. He looks like he's on death's door, Mo.
Yeah. He's not done yet.
Almost. He's like he's on a knee bleeding.
Oh, so then we're gonna come around again, just like Hank Aaron style.
Okay. All right.
And probably not gonna hit though.
You're gonna
That's
kill
an
him?
11.
Oh, you unfortunately miss, Mo.
Yeah, he ducks. So
You really bring it back, the one arm back as you do. He just ducks underneath the strike, and he's going to try to come up and attack you now. 15 isn't going to hit.
No, it's not.
17.
Nope.
Your armor's at 18
less.
right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So both blows. The second one you actually catch on the shield, gouges across the metal.
I don't like that he bent up my shield though.
Well.
All right.
It's
Do
your
I get to
turn
swing
again.
at him again?
It's your turn.
This is great.
He's almost dead.
Oh, he's gonna be.
This
dead.
is probably gonna put him out. 7. That will definitely do this, Moog. How do you want to do this?
Like I described again, I just came right back around and going for the fences. Put me in, coach.
Bastards.
You deflect the two blows And as you do, you kind of a big whirl around.
And as I make contact, the
arm.
last thing he hears is me saying, "You chose this."
You chose this. He's like, you just smash half of his face, explodes outwards, and he lies dead on the ground.
Yeah. So
In the
now
street.
I've got 2 ox and a cart.
These 3 dead men
Yeah.
at your feet. You kind of take the time to pull the arrow out of your shoulder.
Yeah.
You're bleeding, Mo, but
A little bit.
it's nothing you can't handle.
No, a little bit.
What would you like to do, Mo?
Well, so first of all, I need to. I want to gather up the bodies since I'm big and strong, and I'll just
You're
carry
strong enough. Don't
I'll
need
go
to
throw
make a
them
check.
out into the woods,
Okay. Okay.
and I want to, investigate the bodies.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
All right, so let's see, investigation.
Mo just killed 3 men in the street.
Oh, that's terrible.
Easy.
I don't find anything on
You
them.
find nothing, Mo.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's too brief of a moment. You're kind of looking them over. You're like, and then you just get
I
fed up
gotta
with
hurry.
it.
Right, I gotta
You're
hurry.
like, fuck it. And you just kind of
Probably
pile
not
them up
worth it
and
anyway.
toss them out in the woods.
Yeah.
And there's not like a lot of trees around here, so it's kind of just like in the ditch where you hid. You just kind of
Yeah. Well,
drop
picking
it
some
there.
leaves over them, make sure and
Yeah.
then I want to investigate the cart, search the cart.
Okay, go ahead and give me. Well,
I want to, I want to calm the oxen first, if possible. If
they appear to be fine,
Okay, good.
and you will know that ox they're not highly intelligent.
Yeah, so
They're
they don't
pretty
give a crap
base
what's going
intelligence.
on.
They're just
Yeah.
they have no idea what the hell's going on, and there wasn't like a loud explosion or anything.
Right.
So
Yeah, they just stopped in the road for a minute.
yeah, they're just stopped. They're just kind of sitting there. Some of them are eating some grass.
Yeah. So, but can I search the cart then?
You go ahead. Go ahead, and I'll let you give me another investigation check.
That's awful as well. I'm not good at this.
I will say, what you do is you take the tarp and you kind of move it back.
Mhm.
And what you see, Moog, are not very well crafted, mostly swords and pieces of armor, like breastplates and greaves, things like that. Just things. And they don't look like it's very good work. And they're just kind of piled here in the back of this cart that's kind of tarped over. As well, you see a few sacks, full, big, bursting sacks of what appear to be food.
Okay. So, speaking of swords, what about that sword that guy had?
The big sword.
Yeah.
It is the equivalent of a great sword. It is a very large katana.
I want to make sure to throw that in the back of the cart.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of take
Yeah.
it, and it actually is very nice. It doesn't appear to be like fancy. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? It's
Yeah.
just it's more definitely.
Well,
more
I would
well
know.
done
I
than
know.
those.
I noticed. I felt something special.
That wasn't necessarily the sword. That might have been the critical hit you took, Moog.
Great.
Just gonna throw that
That's
out
fair.
there.
That's fair. That's fair.
But
But
yes.
it's big ass katana. Okay.
But it's large, and you can kind of just throw
Nicer
it in the
than
back of
the
there.
nicer than the junk in the back of the cart.
Oh yeah,
okay.
much higher
Oh.
quality.
Well, since I've got this now, I'm gonna just hop on the cart and go back the way I came.
Yeah. You turn now. Are you going back to Bors's farm, or are you going to keep going to Granel?
No, now that I've got this cart, I'm going back to Boars.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
going to collect the bolts. You're not going to go buy some
yeah, well,
bolts.
I want to get the two bolts that I shot. If I can get them back.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay. You're gonna want an animal handling check too, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, 14 on the survival check.
I'll say you're able to collect the 2 bolts that you need to collect.
Nice. Thanks.
But you don't want to go see Granel to buy more because that was your original task mode.
That was my original task, and then I got nearly, somebody tried to murk me on the highway, and now I have 2 ox and a cart.
Okay, all right.
Hey, look, Nick Cage won an
Stolen.
Oscar once, but a lot of shit's different now. So
Okay. You kind
I
of
need to.
turn them around and you just start riding this ox back to Bors's
Yeah.
farm.
We
So
got Bessie and Messy. We need to
Yeah.
get back to Boars.
within short order, Moog returns to all of you on a stolen cart full of food, weapons, and armor.
I call Rogar over because I think he'll be impressed with the bounty that I've stumbled into, and I'll tell him the story of with great embellishment and maybe additive bits of hyperbole about the murking 3 highwaymen in about 18 seconds.
Did you not get the bolts you sought?
Oh well, once I had to dispose of those bodies, I thought maybe it'd be best to get back to a place where I knew it was safe, and all this food, all these weapons. I found a really great, it's a big katana, and I'll show Rogar the sword.
Yeah,
the really cool sword.
It's big.
And
It's
show
large.
off and stuff. And yeah, it was crazy.
Perhaps boars can use this food to hand out to the villagers.
Maybe that's where it was going anyway. But of course, like I tell them, like there were 20 of them, and after I killed 5, the others ran away.
They all ran away, of course.
Yeah. And they fought me moving ninja style one at a time.
Go ahead and make an insight check, Chris.
Well, that's for Zune to embellish the.
Go ahead and give me a deception test, Mo.
Damn, a deception test. Come on, not a performance check. I mean, it doesn't matter
this
either
is going to
way.
be deception.
You're rude. Terrible.
That's Trist knows you're lying.
Oh well,
Really,
he can
Mo.
he can
He can tell. It's up to him if he says anything or not.
if he wants
There's
to
that gymnast, who made the face, the meme, like the eye roll.
Yeah. Slightly unimpressed.
I got a 20 to insight.
Zune also good at reading people.
I'm spinning a yarn.
Knows you're spinning a yarn here. Well, a tall tale.
That's fine. It's a good story. I'll keep it.
Good story.
So Moog, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with this woman, but you left to get bolts and you came back with a sword and food and a cart of oxen. I don't know what you did to get this from her.
There's some blood on the side of it.
Yeah. I show him my bloody bolts.
Yeah.
And the and the half a face that's on my hammer.
Can Trist or someone look at the card and make sure he didn't miss anything? So perhaps you would take a look at this card.
26.
My God. Trist comes over and starts kind of inspecting it. First off, Trist, though you saw them from a severe distance, you would recognize this is definitely one of the carts that belong to the crestfallen individuals. And this is probably tribute for the oppressors of Conwich. As you're kind of looking it over, you do notice, Trist, that there is actually a secondary sack kind of partially obscured by some of the armor that Moog just glazed over. You go over to it and you kind of open it up, and it's full of coin. You open it up and you see gold, you see silver, you see a copper. There's not a ton of coin. You only have about the equivalent of 20 gold pieces and somewhere around 60 silver, and then a ridiculous amount of copper pieces. Somewhere around like 200 or 300 copper pieces.
Now, Moog, I'm not the most intelligent man, but I do believe you've caused a severe problem here for our friend Boars, because they're going to come looking for this.
Well, they caused a severe problem for themselves.
So, we need to get this food and money back to these farmers.
Oh, little Robin Hood, I guess.
Yes, I don't know who you speak.
I don't know.
It sounds very
noble. Yeah, exactly, right.
You see that Jade has stumbled out, kind of rubbing at her neck. Was there? Moog, are you okay? Do you need some aid?
Oh yes.
Come inside. Come inside.
I'm so injured.
Come inside. Take your shirt off. And she goes back inside. There's a large slash.
I look back at Rogar and I'm like,
There's a large, bloody gash.
Oh, yeah,
across
no,
his
I'm
chest
not-
that he's
I'm
just
not
letting
for nothing,
loose here. Yeah,
How come
I'm
she never
almost
does that for
halfway
us when we
down.
are hurt? I'm hurt all the time.
that's true.
Stop trying to open that
Valid
door.
point. Valid point. Triss is always on the verge of death.
I'm always hurt. She never offers to heal me.
Oh, Moog, you, as Triss is saying this,
He
walk
likes
through the
beef
door.
and cheese.
You hear some shuffling in the back in her room. Do you just sit down where you're at, or?
She's in her room,
Yes.
and I'm not. I'm gonna, follow her in her
Oh,
room
okay.
if it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
You know?
Big Moog starts walking,
Yeah.
goes to her room. The door slightly ajar.
I just kind of peek in. I'm not gonna burst my way in. I'm just gonna see
peek
if
in, and
test the water.
she's on her knees digging through like a pack in the corner with her back to you.
I just kind of.
Oh, give me, here it is. And she grabs something. You've smelled it before. You've seen it before. It's a kind of ointment.
Mhm.
Take that off.
Okay. So I doff my armor.
You kind of take off the top piece there. She smears, and it hurts. It burns badly.
Like iodine.
Yes, that's what it feels like as it kind of seeps into the wound. She kind of smooths it across there. But as it burns, you will receive 15 points of healing.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Jade.
In a very short order.
Yeah. Oh, that's very nice.
You must be careful.
What do you mean?
These are dangerous times. You get so injured.
Indeed. And thankfully, I have this new shield, and it helps quite a lot.
Yes, it is quite unsettling. I do not like its appearance.
Turn around.
Yes.
Put the eye against the wall.
Indeed. Perhaps I should put some more tea on. And she quickly leaves the room.
Oh, dang. He does not like the shield at all.
Perhaps it's the creepy 8-foot-tall bugbear in there. I don't
Perhaps
know.
it was Moog.
I don't know.
What? I do have a -1 charisma.
There is also
Moog thinks he's got
I feel
game,
like-
though.
You need
I
to
feel
talk to
like
the bard.
Moog, and it's not necessarily.
He's a
It's
handsome
more.
bugbear.
It's more so you're just a scary person.
Yeah.
You're an 8-foot-tall creature
Mm-hmm.
with a giant shield,
Mm-hmm.
equivalent of a maul,
Mhm.
and a overlarge crossbow that you carry with you at all times. Just gonna throw it out there. If you saw someone walking towards you like that, you'd be scared of them too.
Yeah, but I'm a gentle giant.
Of course you are.
Except for the people who want to jump me on the road.
You also are covered in strangers' brains. That is accurate.
Well, I'll exit her room. I don't want to creep her out.
Exit her room.
Get my stuff.
You guys are free to gather at this point.
Well, we should probably ask Boris what he would like us to do with the cart full of sundry.
You would know Boris is not returning
Ah.
this night, not until late, apparently.
Well, between Tristan, what the group would, now that we understand where it's come from and probably what it is, do we want to return it to the people? How would we know who it came from, or are we going to redistribute it in some helpful way?
First, we hide it, and we'll redistribute it once the situation is under control.
Perhaps away from his farm.
Is the food preserved in any way?
No, it is not.
No. Okay, so the food is perishable.
Is it like grains or is it like
It's mostly
meat?
it's mostly grain. No meat. Grains, vegetables. No fruit.
Grain should last.
Yeah. Does anybody have like a gentle repose that can keep it from spoiling?
I don't think so.
That'd be a no.
I'm sure Delry has something like that, right?
we are
That's
not
totally her
players.
game.
Yeah, she does magic. You're right.
Yeah, not draining, giving life, not draining it.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
All right,
All
so
right, then.
So now we.
Rogar would like to take the cart full of probably at least the armaments and get it a little bit away from the farm as if he can, maybe
Okay.
in the woods or something.
Like just out into the woods, like not necessarily.
Not necessarily like super hiding it, but just kind of keeping out of, like maybe taking some branches and putting over it and stuff. But
Going by yourself, Rogar?
someone's coming with me.
I'll
I
go.
can.
I would
Velry's
go
going.
just because I feel responsible for this all now, so I would go.
Moog's coming. Trist, Zune.
We move as a group.
Everyone come with us.
Everybody's
Let's
coming
shoot.
now
Everyone come with us.
after what happened. Everybody's like, come on. We must hide this thing.
Boris gets to keep the ox, though, right?
That's up to you guys.
So we slap him in the
I'm
ass,
a
let him
little
go
bit-
on the way.
Or put him in
I'm
his
a-
barn.
I'm a little bit worried about Jade. I'm going to see if she would be willing to allow me to cast non-detection on her before we leave.
It's up to you. You want to try?
I'm gonna just, yeah.
You kind of
She
come
doesn't
up.
know.
You kind of slip in as everybody's kind of getting ready to leave. Zune, she's actually making some tea. Oh, hi,
Hey.
you're back. Would you like some?
Maybe in a moment after we handle a few things.
Okay.
But I couldn't help but notice that you seem very ill at ease lately, and I wanted to know if you would be willing to allow me to cast non-detection on you.
I do not know what this is. What you speak of?
It's simply a means of preventing anyone from finding you. It's a small song that I like to sing that prevents people from finding you using unorthodox means. It helps you hide.
Sure. If you'd like.
I'm gonna be totally singing a song for her.
Okay.
Just a little quiet little ditty.
Okay.
Something that you might use to hide from your murderous siblings. But yeah, just do.
And as you finish the song, she kind of sighs for a moment. Oh, that was interesting. Thank you, Zune. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I can repay you someday.
No need. And I'm going to follow them. I cannot have them magically finding her through her tattoo and her disappearing when we come back. I can't handle that.
Okay.
All right.
You leave with the rest of the crew here.
Did Valerie hear that, or does Valerie know about this magic that you can do about protecting, hiding someone?
You could possibly, yes.
How long does that last for?
8 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay, something to keep.
You need something? Fearless leader, do you need help?
It's just good to know you have that Zoom. Good to know.
It's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to know, indeed. As the rest of you gather, following Rogar out into the woods, give me a survival check, Rogar. See how well you do this. It's apparently very well, extremely well. Rogar leads you guys out. And he's used to hunting these lands. He's able to kind of lead you out to a place that is in between property lines, close to Bors's abode, but far enough away that it would be difficult for someone to just stumble across this without tracking it themselves. But you do manage to hide the cart as best as you can. And what are you going to do with the ox?
I assume just kind of let them roam free.
Just let them go.
Yeah.
Who could eat them? Just saying.
You could eat them. You could let Velry eat them. Satiate
Sure,
her
she could eat them.
bloodlust for the night.
Sure.
Not.
Perhaps later.
As Rogar cuts them free, and they just kind of look at you and begin eating, and then eventually, as you guys walk off, they just kind of start walking, and hopefully nothing else eats them out in the woods. So you guys leave.
Wasted opportunity.
For the sake of brevity, is there anything else you guys would like to accomplish before your meeting place? No? All right.
Not for Rogar.
Well, in that case, how about everybody give me a stealth check on their way to the meeting place?
Finally, rolling like a bugbear.
There you go.
Are we going in?
Mug.
Are we going into town?
You're going. It's yes. You're not going into the gate. It's outside It's outside of the walls. But you're going to be within line of sight of the town for sure. This was a group check. Trist.
I'm gonna disguise self.
Don't worry about it. You're gonna disguise self? Okay. As what?
My go-to disguise is a old man, long beard, gray robes.
Gandalf?
It's not Gandalf, bro.
It sounds like Gandalf. I'm sorry.
It's not Gandalf.
It's legally distinct, Gandalf.
I don't have a pointy.
No pointy hat. No pointy hat. Just an older man. Now older hobgoblin.
Elf.
Older elf. Okay, like an elderly elf. It's like an ancient, wizened elf.
Might look like a hobo. Dirty robes.
Walking next to all these individuals, which everybody's relatively quiet. Perhaps it's Trist's airs that he's putting on that have somewhat made him more visible than the rest of you. However, as a group, you guys did very, very well. And let me roll real fast. Okay. On approach to Conwich, you guys do take note of the more reinforced wall. It appears to be 15 feet tall. It is made out of wood. It's not stone, masonry, or anything like that. But it does appear to be much more sturdy than the previous wall was. There also are several towers at different points around the city. You see 3 towers in total, kind of dispersed around the edges of the town. There do appear to be fires lit within them. And you do see the silhouettes of individuals keeping watch from said towers, making it pertinent that you guys kind of keep a low profile if you're not wishing to be seen coming in. As you move towards this place, the old stomping ground, the entrance into the former town, the former horrors rampage through Conwich, a place you're very familiar with. You see, you kind of hunch down, and who would be leading the 5 of you? Who's taking point on this expedition?
I mean, if we're being stealthy, it'd probably be me.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception test then, Moog.
You got it, boss.
With advantage from your...
Perception with advantage.
Shield.
Perception, now with advantage. Good thing, too.
19. Yeah. So, Moog, as you're creeping forward, you do see a small figure.
Mm-hmm.
Next to like a small rocky outcropping next to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looking side to side, a cloak obscuring their features. And kind of halt. They don't see any of you. They're kind of looking up towards the ring, the illuminated ring, trying to judge the time.
Zune already knows what's on my mind. Can I hear anything?
No,
I can't hear them chatting.
They're keeping quiet. They're keeping quiet.
How many are there?
Just one.
Oh, just the one. And so, what's around them? Just an outcropping, you said?
It's just a bit of rocks, and it looks like they're trying to keep out of sight of the wall.
So, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
I'll slide back to the group and, just kind of make sure they see. And what I want to do then after, I want to, if there's a way, I want to sneak up behind him and do the, and
Clap
muzzle
over the
him.
mouth.
Yeah, muzzle him and then pull him back to the group and, for once maybe choose to interrogate rather than
You kind of
separate
sneak up
their heads from
behind
their
this
bodies.
small individual.
Yeah,
And you reach out with your giant bugbear arms.
yeah, because I got big arms.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll, Moog.
Attack roll.
This is going to be to see if you can snatch them, Moog.
Okay, just a base 20.
This will be like a melee attack with your
An
hands.
advantage?
Oh, so
You do have advantage.
Okay,
you
so
are-
basically just a strength
Your
based.
stealth. Yes.
All right, so then I'll roll 2d20. So that would be the 7 is the top, so that's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Damn, Moog. You go to reach out, and your hand claps around this person's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You just trying to desperately break out of your grasp,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but you are strong.
Mm-hmm.
And you quickly pick up these small, which it appears to only be about 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Pick it up and kind of quickly march over to your party.
And take him to Rogar just for intimidation's sake, and make it very clear to him that if he makes any noise at all, that he won't be making noise for very long.
Okay.
And that Wit
Throw him down.
try to
Can we-
figure out what's going on.
Can we see the face of this person yet?
It appears to be a
Is it a
goblin.
gnome? Oh, a little
Mhm.
goblin. Okay.
Is
Appears to
it
be
perhaps a female goblin?
No,
Oh.
it's a small goblin. Appears to be a man. And as he
Is it Krellix?
it's in fact Krellix.
Krellix.
It's in fact
Krellix, what the fuck?
Krellix. Not you again. Where's Boris? You're gonna get us killed.
You're gonna get yourself killed if you don't shut it, Krellix.
You know, why did you do this, Moog? Why? What have you done?
I didn't do it.
You did. Your hand wrapped around my face. I thought I was going to die.
You're not gonna die yet.
You do see
That's
that,
easy,
like,
friend.
he
You
still
still
has
have- you still have a
the
chance to
missing
make some
leg,
mistakes.
where he has like
Stomp, little peg stomp.
he's got like a peg basically.
More
And
like
it's
a twig.
twice.
Yeah. A little golf tee.
Where's Boris? Where? I was supposed to meet with him.
We came in his place.
There's things happening. You don't understand. I need to meet with Boris.
You will tell us, and we will tell Boris.
Oh, this is not good. Well,
Hmm.
there's things happening inside. Horrible things. People are being. They're not just rounding us up for sport anymore. Our liaison is doing his best to keep as many as out of harm's way as he can, but
Who is your liaison?
well, Master Weevil, of course.
The guy from the Godfather?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of all the guys. Yeah, that hates us.
He does hate us.
He's been under the guise of working for the Crestfallen. They keep someone watching it at all times, but he passes messages through Bucket. He's able to get them to me. I'm able to go in and out. They don't suspect a thing. I can be rather quiet when I need to be. He kind of smiles and then bad tidings. They're keeping Morag. I know where they're keeping him.
Tell us.
Shouldn't we be telling this to boars? Very well. They're keeping him on the Sea Hag. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's not a dock. And all of you notice that it is about 100, 200 yards out into the bay, moored out in the bay outside of town, across the water. Right now, they've got they say he's Crestfallen's right-hand man, but they call him Malthus. He's currently the one running the Ring of Fire, where the old Dirty Ox Inn was. He's apparently Crestfallen's guy, a guy in town looking over things while he's out. I don't know what's going on out there. They appear to be looking for something. The crew's up and about. There's several other individuals that have come into port that I've noticed. We really need to get this information to boars, to some kind of resistance. We need to do something. They've started taking people, not just for entertainment, but bringing them out to the ship. They never come back.
Seeing that as Krellix, disguise drops.
Oh, Trist!
Yeah, Krellix, I think we are your resistance fighters.
You five?
Yes. We're quite more powerful than the last time you talked to us, Krellix.
Of course.
Anyways.
Yes.
So they're taking people out to the ship. They don't come back.
Yes.
Tell us about this Malthus guy.
Malthus? Well, Malthus is, he appears to be one of those fiendish blood individuals who takes great pleasure in torturing and watching the individuals beat each other to death for his enjoyment and his men.
Fiendish, like a tiefling.
Yes, I've heard them called this, yes. He has red skin, long horns, a tail.
Tristan looks over to Zoom, scratches the back of his neck.
Yes, he appears to be Crestfallen's right-hand man, but there also is Smug Eye. She's the one looking over. He's looking over Master Weevil as we speak. She's a traitorous goblin. As he kind of spets that out. She's, from what I understand, she's what do they call that? Quartermaster. That's what they call them. She keeps a small crew with her, constantly watching over the Codfathers and taking stock of everything, using Master Weevil's knowledge of the town and its individuals to strong arm us.
How do individuals get selected to be taken out to the ship versus thrown into the death pit?
Honestly, it's very odd you mentioned that, but the victors, the ones who win, they're the ones taken.
What do they fight when they're in this pit?
Each other. To the death.
They do not fight the Ronin.
No. They watch and laugh and drink and eat.
How long did they do this? All night?
Most of the night. You guys can hear them. It's like it's loud. There's drums kind of pounding, people laughing.
How many people?
Oh, I don't know. 30, maybe.
Fuck. We can take 30 drunk people.
Shit.
Sure. If you say so, this is beyond my capabilities.
Half of them myself.
This Malthus, does he stay in the Dirty Ox Inn the entire time?
well, there's nothing left of the dirty oxen. It's just this pile of rubble they've made into this ring. Now, for the most part, he stays within the trading company during the day. He only comes out at night.
Good thing we stole those items. What about Smug Eye? Where does she stay?
She's always right next to Master Weevil, making it difficult for him to communicate. But she never watches Bucket. Thinks he's too dumb, which in a way he is, to really sneak anything out.
Can he sneak us out some potions?
I can attempt to see, but I do not know. Now, I will say that for some reason, Master Weevil did have a hidden, let's just call it a hidden backup just in case. And it has, in fact, prevented them from taking the temple. The temple is still a safe harbor. Tenant Nazir still within. Doors have been closed, and as far as we know, as much as they've tried to get in, they can't.
There's a way into the temple. That's what you're saying.
If there is, I don't know, but I know that there are a few individuals inside kept safe, along with the priestess herself.
How far away is the temple from us at the moment?
Not very far.
Is it within 120 feet?
More than that. I'll say more than that.
Okay.
How fortified is the town look?
I mean, the walls look like they're in much better shape. They're not. It's not the stone structure. It's not going to withstand like a heavy siege. But the average person or even the average monster might have difficulty just breaching it. Plus, there are the watchtowers that are in place. They do appear to be manned. The gate wasn't sturdy before, but now it appears that there's been heavy timber hauled in, and there's a decently strong gate in place now.
How many watchtowers are there?
3. There are 3 towers.
And that's the only like guards. Like, there's no one like anywhere else, right?
Those are the only ones you see.
How high? Tower?
The walls are 15 feet, so then the towers go up another 5, so 20 feet.
And you said they were all stone?
No, they're wood. Everything's wood. There's
So it's all flammable.
They are flammable. That's true.
And they have big piles of fire on top of them.
They do.
Oh, okay.
Are they? Is it?
It's not like it's not like an arrow tower. It's just like it's just like a platform.
Just a tower.
Yeah,
Okay,
just a platform
okay,
with a little bit of railing.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What time do these fights usually end?
Somewhere around midnight, 1 a.m., something like that, and then they get too drunk to enjoy them anymore, and then they stop for the night.
Yeah, they get good and drunk. Malthus, does he have an escort with him whenever he leaves?
Usually, yes. A few of those Ronin actually keep him company.
Yeah, we've dealt with them before. They're nothing.
Yeah, they also don't drink, Master Trist.
That's okay. Like I said, our methods have changed.
I will believe it when I see it. Yes.
Well, of course, is there anything else?
Do you need anything else? I could at least give you the names of the people on the ship. The ones worth mentioning. I've heard of what do they call a bosun, the repairman. I actually met him. Ordered some materials from my aunt back before they decided to do all this. He's a Duragar named Holdrum Forepast. Carries a large axe. And of course, there's also a very strangely sickly-looking cook named Yvonne, Hobgoblin. Then, of course, their ship doctor. She was a strange one, Hobgoblin woman. middle-aged, gray streak in her hair. Lady Vestali is what she called herself. I've only met her the one time. She came in to take stock of the fighting pits of all things. I don't know if she was taking care of people or what, but no one has seen Crestfallen as of yet.
So how do they get them out to the ship? Do they just have them go across in a dinghy?
They have a small skiff that they kind of load them up on, and they row out to it.
When does that get here? Does it just stay here? Is there a particular person who operates it?
It's usually here. From what I've noticed, they get in it and they row out to the ship shortly after the fights end with the victors, and then they row back.
About how many people could fit in this skiff?
Well, let's see here. They're usually about 3 or 4 victors, and then maybe 6, 7 people.
Okay.
Do they know of my companions, or do they just know of me?
I don't know, Rogar. I've no idea. You have to ask one yourself.
So Mothos and Smug Eye, are they ever on the ship?
They've, strangely enough, they've always been on shore.
So we just have to worry about Crestfallen, the bosun, the cook, and the surgeon on the ship.
As far as I know. I will say the bosun has been known to come in town for materials. Apparently there still is damage to the ship. They're still repairing. It comes every, it appears to be, he comes every, I do have this written down. Where is my calendar? It comes every Fallon, equivalent of Friday, for raw materials to repair the ship.
Collect these materials.
What was that?
Where does he collect these materials?
Oh, from us, from Master Weevil. We're running dreadfully low. And you know that Fallon is 2 days from now.
If you guys have any more questions, I've acquired what I needed to know.
Well, if you've had enough here, I need to get back before they notice I'm gone.
How often do you meet boars like this?
We meet here maybe once, twice a week. Depends on if he sends the signal or not.
What's the signal?
Well, he usually attaches a small cloth to his offering.
Thank you, Weevil. Krelix.
Yes. Strange, Trist. I'm going to go now. This has been awkward enough as it is.
Thank you, Krelix.
Yes, please don't fuck my town up too much more than you already have. As he kind of pulls his hood up, scampers off.
Knew we never should have came here.
With a rather high roll, unless somebody's actively looking for him, he's going to disappear from view.
So are we.
Yeah, I don't think we're trying to keep up with him.
Okay. As the rest of you begin to take stock, garner the information that has just been bequeathed to you. That's where we're going to take our first break.